This micro-credential deals with electrical problem solving in agriculture and consists of 5 targeted skills. This targeted skill deals with calculating voltage, amperage, and resistance. Because voltage, amperage or current, and resistance are closely related, they can be used to help diagnose electrical problems. A technician can calculate one of the characteristics if the other two values are known. An equation known as Ohm's law is used. The Ohm's law equation is voltage equals amps times resistance. It means that the amount of voltage or pressure in an electrical circuit is equal to the amount of current flowing, or amperage, multiplied by the opposition or resistance in the circuit. Using this formula, a technician would know that a circuit which had 0.5 amp of current flowing through a 10 ohm resistor would require 5 volts. 0.5 amps times 10 ohms equals 5 volts. Likewise, a circuit with 12 volts pushing electricity through a 120 ohm resistor would be using 0.10 amps of current. 12 volts divided by 120 ohms equals 0.10 amps. Knowing the Ohm's formula means that a person can solve for one of the characteristics if the other two values are known. The trick is knowing when to multiply or divide. Another example of using the Ohm's law triangle visual is, if a circuit has 50 ohms of resistance, R, and 0.5 amps of current, I, covering the V for voltage with the finger would leave the amp or current and resistance symbols next to each other. Therefore, multiply the current 0.5 amps by the resistance, 50 ohms, to get the answer of 25 volts. If a 120 volt circuit has a light bulb that creates 240 ohms of resistance, what is the amps? Covering the I leaves V over R. 120 volts is divided by 240 ohms to get the answer of 0.5 amps. Practice solving the following problems. How many volts are in a system where a resistor is drawing 3 amps of current through a 70 ohm resistor? Cover the V and multiply the 3 amps of current times 70 ohms resistance for the answer of 210 volts. What if a system on a tractor is using 12 volts and is drawing 0.5 amps? How much resistance is in this circuit? Covering the R leaves V over A, or 12 divided by 0.5. The answer is 24 ohms of resistance. These are basic electrical problems. Many devices, like electrical motors, have other factors that make them less efficient at using electricity, so a technician has to use different formulas to determine their electrical characteristics. However, the Ohm's law graphic is a fundamental formula for a technician to know if he or she wants to understand electrical circuits, how they work, and how to fix them when not working properly.